Just gonna go over the controls really quick. Right, left to move. Down to charge a jump. Or to aim down. Or just to crouch. Up to aim up. B to shoot. A to jump. Start to open menu. Select to dismount. Change weapon. Or shoot a harpoon, but that's stage 2 specific. So, right off the bat, we get a text box. For every text box or every cutscene, you just hold A to skip them as fast as possible. The only exception to this is death boxes. You have to press A. Jump. Every time you land, you wanna tap down on the D-pad. This is gonna get rid of the landing animation. The one exception is when you're stringing jumps together. Jump, 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 and text box. Just gonna go over the visual cue real quick here. I use this line, right, because this bridge is like a destructible bridge. I think it's around this big. Small jump there, down that, otherwise you're gonna bonk the ceiling. Just medium / small jump down here. Okay. So if you wanna be really safe, jump up to this ledge and jump from that instead. There's a risk when you jump from here that they bully you and push you off the ledge here. I have no idea how to make it consistent that you can get past these guys. I just gamble every time and hop from here and hope for the best. And we're gonna grab this saber. Because without this saber, the next stage will be extremely slow. Okay. Charge jumps. I'm holding down here because I want to do a charge jump and get to here. Just want to mention that charge jumps in this game are fixed height, while regular jumps are not fixed height. So there's a variable height thing here going on. Yeah. Jump over that bridge. You wanna do a charge jump here because we wanna get up here, okay? So you have to do a charge jump, and when the Tauntaun's head is around here, you have to press select, and then a frame after, press jump again, and that will allow you to jump mid-air and get up here. Basically, the select and A press is at the same time. Select press for the record is dismount. So if you want to hop off your Tauntaun, I forgot to mention it when we got there, but if you want to hop off your Tauntaun, you press select. And here you do a charge jump. Keep in mind that you wanna press left after you pressed jump here. So you're just gonna wait until it blinks, and then you're gonna jump and press left. And by the way, I'm gonna show you next here. These pits, if you accidentally fall down here, you can just do a jump. You don't have to charge jump here. So you're gonna do the same thing here that you did to get up that other ledge. You have to do 2 of them though in a row here. So I'll just pause when we're getting the first one. So here. By the way, you don't have to turn around for this. I just do it because I find it easier. So my visual cue is like when his feet are around here. Or you can, if you're facing forward towards the wall, you can do it when he's around, his face is around here. Like I said, you have to press, you charge your jump, you jump, and then you press select here, and jump a frame after. It's quite lenient, like where you do the second jump, but don't do it too fast. It's like a tap, 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 tap. So just keep that in mind. That's stage 1. Alright. The walker stage, as we call it. So basically we spawn in a speeder. You wanna hold A here. There's like 2 ways to accelerate the speeder. You can do it either by holding left or right, or A. But apparently it is faster to just hold A, and I think that it's easier to do that. So just hold A to immediately to, like, you buffer A through the cutscene and just hold A immediately. You get 5 harpoons. You're gonna use that to kill 5 of these walkers. There's a 10, you can only see 5 right now, or it's 6, okay. You can only see 6 right now, but there's an additional 4 here. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna shoot the 2 first, gonna shoot their legs with the harpoons, and then we're gonna crash the speeder. So you see, I'm holding down an A here because I wanna already prepare for the crash. So I'm getting my health down. So I'm going up here. I am looking at the minimap, and I'll show you a visual cue for when to shoot. Also, make sure to not go too high when you shoot. You can only shoot their legs. Otherwise the harpoon is just gonna go past them. So make sure not to be too high, and you can also be too low. So don't be at the ground level when you do it. Okay. There's a visual cue if you want one for when to shoot. When this health bar, this is the walker's health bar. When this pops up, you can shoot. You can shoot even earlier than that, but to be consistent, you can just use this as a visual cue for when to shoot. So now I'm just gonna continue damaging down here until you can't even see that I have health right now. That's the spot I wanna be where. And also, I think I mentioned it, but if you wanna damage down, you just hold down, and at the last few healths here, I tap down a couple of times just to make sure. So this is my visual cue right here. I'm looking at this minimap here. You see the red dot? That's us. When it intersects with the walker's pixel legs, I start crashing. That should put you in a fairly decent spot. That was okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kill 4 walkers now with Saber. When you wanna get, like when I hop in here, you need to look at this thing here. It's about this lenient. You have to be in this area in order for it to work. You hold up and press jump. That's all there is to it. I might also mention right here, we'll see if we can get a snow trooper here. There's no snow trooper. Yeah, there, but it despawn. You wanna farm S's here, and they drop from these snow troopers. So let's see. You see that? We're gonna be needing 5 of those to get the speeder back again. You ideally want to farm them before you even get to the last walker, but sometimes RNG isn't like nice to you, and obviously like you don't want to like start running around here just to farm. Just keep going forward, and honestly that's a pretty important thing in this stage. Just keep going forward. If you start like going back and forth on a screen like this, there's gonna be snow troopers spawning all over the place, and they're gonna kill you pretty fast, honestly. So try and keep moving forward on this stage. You can obviously turn around to get like the drop and whatever. but don't run left. The best thing is honestly if you can slice them and then just stop for a second just to slide into their drop. So I think I've collected 4 S drops now, so you always need to keep in mind how many you farmed. You need 5 to get the speeder again. Yeah, so I think I need 1 more here before the speeder spawns. Which is a bit unlucky, but it's fine. So we have the speeder again. Now we're gonna shoot 3 harpoons, damaging down already again, because we're gonna crash for the last one. And remember to use the health bar as a visual cue for when to shoot. On these next 2, you can almost shoot immediately after you pass this first one there, and you can shoot now, like, very lenient. Just damage down. Now we're in a good spot to crash. Good in here. Let's see if the pixel intersects with his legs. I start crashing. And that's the stage. That's stage 2. We're right into stage 3. Right off the bat, you want to be holding diagonal. And by that I mean up and right in this instance. And just hold jump. That will get you up. But you will fast forward this dialogue. And you will be jumping up this ladder quickly. Once you're past this ladder, just continue holding diagonal and jump forward. And also only big jumps here. That should get you in position to land on this ladder. Keep in mind that you have to be holding up to grab this ladder. So diagonal, either hold diagonal or press up right as you're up, like aligned with the ladder. This will make it easier to slice out the box that's gonna be here. Like that, and then just continue jumping and do the same thing. So just full jump over here, do the buffer. Gonna grab the force saber here, which we're gonna be using for a lot of boss fights. I like to jump like in an arch here, because if you just jump straight towards this, it's really hard to janky to grab this item. So do an arch and just walk into it. And we take an intentional left here, because we want to get back to the beginning. We don't want to backtrack. And here is the screen where you have to actually press A couple of times. Going to the right. Here you can switch to, press select to switch to the gun. It can make the coming jumps a little bit easier if you shoot out this box right there. Okay, so I might mention something else here. In this game, if you stop holding left or right, the direction you're going when you're jumping, if you stop holding the direction, the Luke stops in place. So it's a good thing to know when you're like doing a tight jump like this. Okay, another mechanic with the jumping. So you see I'm charging here. You can actually charge while you're in mid-air. So just continue holding down here. You're gonna be holding diagonal left in this instance. Just continue holding it, and you're gonna be doing it after you jumped up on the platform that's here. And you see I'm doing some ladder shenanigans here. Ladders are actually funny in this game. You just hold A and you can go left and right. If you press left and right on the D-pad, you can climb really fast. So that's what I'm doing here. If you're really fast to getting here, this platform will never be here. So you're gonna have to manipulate a little bit by running. So you see, I'm running towards. I saw there was no platform, so I'm running toward like here. I'm actually like I'm letting the edge of my screen touch this. I don't think you need to run quite this far, but it works for me, and I usually never miss the cycle. If you go back now, sometimes this platform isn't here. You just have to do this again. So you see these bullets. You can if you walk so you see them. The platform should be here. You should see the platform. If it's not there, do the same thing again. Go back here and reset the row, and it should be there after like 2 times is the maximum. Otherwise, something is really wrong. It's easier also to jump onto this platform when it's going away from you, rather than trying to panic and when it's coming towards you and you try to jump. It's really hard to like nail the platform, so it's easier to do it when it's going away from you. So I'm charging here. The reason we're doing this, you see this. If you just jump regularly, it can work, but sometimes when you're jumping normally, this will hit you. And it doesn't look like it's here now, but it is. It's just like a yank hitbox. So the visual cue for when to jump is right over when you're over this window or vent or whatever it is. You want to jump there. So like that. And there I did the thing I said you shouldn't do, but it works with some practice. And the same thing here. The visual cue is this one. So sometimes you can get really unlucky and get hit by this. I got lucky this time and didn't get hit, but usually, like if you're quite quick, it shouldn't hit you, but it can. So I'm charging a jump again. The visual cue is when you're above this line here, and I'm looking at this usually, but then you can jump up here. These almost always kills you instantly, but if you accidentally jump into this, just try and press jump as fast as possible. You can get away with it, but sometimes it would just insta kill you. Honestly, this jump is kind of scary, so you can just land here, walk towards it a bit, and jump from here. Okay. I think I'm safe stating here, but I didn't get a good one here. But you want to go up here to the left, but you have to shoot out these boxes first. So what I do is I jump around here, diagonal, spam B, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so that's good. If you have to have there, like you can, if there's another box here, you're not gonna be able to jump up on this. So you have to delete the third one here, or but usually if you wanna be like optimally, you want to have all of these 3 boxes already shot out. That's the best scenario. This can work though. You can just diagonal shoot while you're jumping here, and it should be fine. That's okay. Okay. This pit, just make sure you don't fall in here. If you want to be really safe, just stop jumping around here and walk up here and do a big jump over. There's an electricity pit down here and you can't get out of it. So just make sure to get over this. We're grabbing the 4 speed now. Here I like to jump over and duck cancel and just walk, because it's too scary to jump. So to switch to 4 speed, you can just press start and hold A. It's gonna, because it defaults to the speed. So just hold start, hold A. When we're jumping down here, you wanna switch to press select and switch to the saber. Coming up on a mini boss here. Just you can see the queue already here. Here we wanna switch to the force saber. You wanna run all the way until you're on this speeder nose here, and you wanna press start here and select the force saber. So there, selecting force saber. I wait a little bit because this guy is gonna run towards you. So I just wait here for a bit until he's on the left side of me, okay? Then when he is, I run into him because he does a lot of damage. If you just start spamming here, there's a risk of like he actually just kills you straight up. So just run in, try and be in between his legs. If he starts backing up a lot and you're spamming, stop spamming. Jump into him or run into him or whatever. Just try and keep and stay in between his legs, okay? Also in this spot, I'm using... Luke actually has 2 different attacks. Or maybe 3 even. I'm not sure. We only use right saber and up saber, we call it. I try to use up saber here because I feel like it does the most DPS. So holding up and pressing B a lot. Stand over his foot to like easily get into him. So when he has fallen like this, you can just do a full jump. And you should get into him. Okay. So we're gonna be in this robot for a second or 2, but we just need to get over an electrified area. That's why we're picking him up. Do big jumps here. Wanna skip, this is a dialogue. This guy is a dialogue, so you wanna jump over him. Don't remember to duck cancel, because that saves a lot of time with this guy. These probe droids you wanna kill, they lag quite a bit. When you get here, you can just press select to get out of this. I press select and then start and just hold A to get the force speed out. Jump, jump, and we're gonna grab the force blaster here. I'm just gonna mention, there's a safer strat. There's 2 snowtroopers down here. If you're really low on health, you can just jump over here and drop down here. In my testing, they do less damage on you than they do if you run down here. But I think it's faster to just run down here. I'm not sure. I haven't timed it though. But it's a worth safety strat. You can see that up here, there's a health in case you need it. You don't need a ton of health here, but if you just want to be safe. Okay. So there's gonna be probe droid fight up above, up down, up here. He's gonna spawn or gonna like activate once you're past this line, okay? Like I think it might be like here somewhere. So when you're jumping up to this ledge, he's gonna activate. So you have to be kind of quick to catch his first cycle here. I'm gonna show off 2 methods of how to deal with this boss. This is an old strat. So you climb up here, you switch to Force Blaster. And you just hold diagonal and spam. So this is like if you prefer to one finger mash, this is a good method of doing it. Just staying on the ladder. Holding diagonal, spamming. That's the first method. I think it's a bit slower than what I'm about to show you here. I like to get off to select. When I get up here, I like to switch to Force Blaster. You can also just run off the ladder, but it's harder to position in my opinion. You want to be right there. like right here, right when this, like at the end of the slant here, you want to be this is a good way if you're like really comfortable with like double thumb mashing and stuff. This is the better version. Also should mention here that one mechanic with this game, if you just press up, he's gonna continue to aim up. You don't need to hold up to get to aim up. Like once I've pressed up, he's gonna be aiming up. The same goes for any direction. So if you press down, he's gonna just be aiming down. So just press up once you're in the position, and then just wait to start spamming. So you see, I'm not holding any direction right now because Luke is just gonna be aiming up. You need to grab that force, you don't need to grab that health. Generally speaking, it's usually fine, but for safety, it's nice to have. You're gonna be seeing 3 of these. You're gonna run past 3 of these, and then you're gonna be seeing the boss. You wanna stop in a specific spot here. So you see these dots in the ground here? That's where you wanna stop holding forward and press start. Switch to Force Saber and just neutral spam. Just neutral, like you don't have to hold either direction on the D-pad or anything. Just neutral spam. So the force is not gonna refill for the next stage. You wanna have some force for the next stage to make it fit quick or make it fast. So I start jumping here. You can be even more conservative than I was right here. You can start jumping way earlier. Just make sure to keep some force for the next stage, okay? That's stage 3. Going into Dagobah, that's where the fun begins. So you can just buffer right and A here. Or left, I mean. Jump, jump, jump. Here, you want to switch to force speed. So just start, hold A. There's like a different couple of ways of dealing with this. First of all, this snake can knock you off. Just don't. If he does, just try and climb up again. I pause right here because this guy, if you just try and climb up here, he's gonna bump you off. So you need to let him like jump here. I let him jump to here and then I just go past him. But what you can do is you can go here, just jump up here, and then go back. There's also a strat. Don't think there's like much time difference between them, but yeah. So when you're falling here, you wanna be holding down and left, because you're gonna be doing 3 charge jumps in a row here. Down and left, down, left. All right. So when you're jumping off vines or ladders, you wanna press jump first, and then the direction you want to go in. We're gonna be setting up for a blue spider skip here. So you want to do a full jump here to around here, and another full jump so that you bonk into this wall, preferably. Like you have to be very lined up here because we're gonna be doing a big jump after this. So big jump, you want to be lined. That's very good. Extra health if you need it, but this is not gonna allow you to skip, or unless you get lucky. So okay. So when you're going down here, you hold down and left. Where you wanna go is right here. You wanna land in this pit. You need to be holding down because there's gonna be a spider over here. So you wanna be able to do a big jump right away. Okay. So big jump here. And then we're just gonna do 3 full jumps and land. And this is one of the spots where you don't wanna duck cancel at the end. Okay, it's very important that you don't duck cancel at the end of these jumps. That allows us to skip this spider. Jump here, charge jump here, charge jump, charge jump. There's also a safety health right there. You can take if you're like sometimes you can have like almost 0 health when you get here. If you want to be really safe, like grab that. But you can make it through this stage, the rest of this stage, without much health too. I just want to mention something about this charge jump right here. Once you get into this text box, don't hold forward at all. You can very easily overshoot this and fall to the not the start, but like way down there. So just when you get into this text box, stop holding forward and just down. So this, you need to grab this vine. This vine is like, the hitbox is like something like this. No, not quite that big maybe, but it's like something like that. It is easy to miss though, but so if it's like over here, don't go for the jump. If you can see the vine, sort of, it should be fine. And if it's moving forward or towards you, it's completely fine. You might have to wiggle a little bit to grab it though. So sometimes you can like overshoot this thing right there, and you have to turn left. But it's bigger than you think. It's not that small. Okay, so that's one strat of doing this. I'm just gonna show you the visual cues. This is like, oh, also by the way, you can also charge your jump when you're holding this vine. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm charging, I'm holding down and left or right because I wanna have a charge jump. Otherwise you can't get up this ledge. Okay. So if you just jump, it's fine to just jump off here when you're here, but you have to go the bottom route to get there. There's a dude in this tree. If you try and jump up to this vine, like from here, or even from somewhere here, he's gonna snipe you, most likely. I think it might be fine. Like, I'm looking at this flower. When I'm like maybe in this area, it's usually fine. When you charge your jump, you actually keep your charge for a second or two. So you can run, after you charge, you can run forward and jump, and it will still be like charged. So that's the fastest strat we know of. I'm gonna show you the beginner strat to get up there. And you don't have to charge the jump like I did there, but you can just do this and then jump. And this is the more consistent way, because this guy isn't even gonna show himself if you do that second one there. All right. So let's see here. This is a bit tricky. So you just run into this, and you can just keep running like it doesn't matter. You just do a full jump from here, then a medium jump, and then a full jump. Then a couple of jumps here. You want to charge a jump here. Just want to jump over these blobs on the ground. When you're here, if you don't already have, if you ran out of force at somewhere along the line or along the way, you have to enable force speed again. And by the way, the force speed isn't drained at all when you're climbing. So that's why you see me jumping a lot, because I want to have some force so I can climb fast. When you're climbing ladders and vines with force speed, it climbs faster, but it doesn't take any force. So there's a scary dude. You can see the edge of him right here. You have to be on the edge of this to jump over him. Otherwise he's gonna bully you and you're gonna fall back to the start of the stage here. So what I'm doing here, I think I'm doing a saber scooch here. And yeah, so you saw that I did a saber. If you hold down and the left or right, you can do a precise move forward, so that you're on the edge of this, because you really want to be, in order to get past this grasshopper that's right here. So you have to be really quick, like when he's gonna returning back. So when you land here, you wanna like get up this vine as fast as possible. I think that was fine. I think the visual cue, you can look at like, if you jump from here, you see the web there, the line, I think, or this thing in the tree there. I think if you do a full jump from there, you can probably land right on the edge and just do another fall jump. Because if you, this is also another spot where if you fall down here or down here, you're gonna fall to the start of the stage. Okay, that was the Dagobah 1. So Dagobah 2. Just switch to 4-speed here. You wanna jump. So when you see like this much of this ledge, you can do a charge jump over here. You wanna keep holding. You wanna do another charge jump here. So just keep holding, go here. If you do the first section really slow, you can miss this and it might be going off screen. You can do like the run back and run forward again, like you did in Echo Base in that case. So I'll be doing the easy strat here first. So what you do here is there another grasshopper coming here? Yeah. So when he launches towards you, you just wanna do a straight jump and keep holding down, okay? You don't have to move in any direction. This platform is gonna be like you're gonna be following the platform, so just jump straight up, okay? Very easy, and it's only like 2 seconds slower. And you wanna get up there as quickly as possible, like to this, because these guys have insane knockback, okay? So they can knock you like down here or into the water in worst case. So I'll show you the fast strat here. Go with the Q. Once you're like past, you can look at this thing in the background, the roots. Once you're like starting to get past this, you can jump. Okay, so it's mid-air charging going. It's very risky, but only if you like really want to try hard. But it's fine because we have a health here. If you do the easy strat, you don't have to pick up this, and it will probably save you a second or two. 1.5 seconds probably. Okay. Do I jump here? Jump there? Just jump over this spider. Big jumps. Okay. So here we have a damage boost sort of thing. You wanna do a full jump when you're around here. I look at this like thing in the thing in the ground. If you jump too late though, you're gonna just jump straight into the water here. So just be, if you miss the web boost, you have to be really quick out of the water, okay? Now we got a new ability. We can now fly. I like to jump and then press start. You don't have to do that though. You can just press start and hold diagonal up after you've selected this. Okay. We're just gonna be flying. Need to be holding up, otherwise we're gonna be floating down. Up here we're gonna switch to 4-speed. Hey, I just wanna make a quick edit. So you can see that when I open the menu, it was still on force fly. It will default to the last power used. If you land with the neutral inputs, it's gonna do that. If you press diagonal down, it's gonna go back to defaulting on 4-speed. So it's worth keeping in mind for this stage and for Cloud City 2, I think. Jump, jump. And here, these things shoot out stuff. So you really wanna jump. You wanna land on this side of it. Otherwise, this is gonna like bully you and not let you jump. It's gonna interrupt your jump. Grab this force because we need it. And we're gonna be facing our first Vader fight here. This is just like the movie. You can look at this as a visual cue. Once you get past this and like you're a little bit away from it, you can press start and switch to Saber or Saber. And just up, spam. Switch to 4 speed again. Here I jump out. It's actually kind of risky to do jump and then the force fly. It's honestly safer to just press start when you're on the ledge of this and up, diagonal up and fly. Okay. We fly to Yoda. We are going to be killing 20 cloud cars and 32 TIE fighters. Okay, so right off the bat, in the loading screen, you hold up a little bit when you get into this. You want... These guys are going to be spawning both in front of you and back and in the back of here. You want these that are coming from here, come like in this angle. So you're gonna kill 2 of these waves. And then turn around. So once you've killed this first wave, you're gonna be going up a little bit again so that they still come in from this angle. And then turn around. Turn around. And now you're just gonna be trying to kill the last few of them. You can see that there's only 7 left. You do not want to turn around too early. You saw the city in the background. The sooner you turn left, the higher up you're gonna have to be in the city to be... Because when you've killed all the cloud cars, the TIE fighters are gonna start spawning in, okay? And they're gonna be spawning up, way up here, way off to the right of the city. So let's say you fly this direction for a while. Then once you've killed the last cloud car, they're gonna be coming in like this. So you want to intersect, right? You want to like intersect them, or intercept them is probably a better word. I'll show you here. Now I'm just gonna kill it. Okay, so I feel like I was on a good enough distance to where this would be a good spot. If I had turned around sooner and killed the cloud car sooner, I would have been like here or here or here. It all depends. It's all relative. So like this takes some practice to know exactly where you wanna be. But at this time, I felt like, okay, I'm gonna be able to intercept them here. Because otherwise, like let's say if you go way too far up, they're gonna be flying in like straight onto you, or like even possibly like worse, they're gonna be going like this. And it's really hard to kill all of them. It's really easy to kill them when they come in like this. So like they're in my direct path here. I'll show you how it looks. They're gonna be spawning in 5 pairs of 5. That's 5. So since I'm further right now, I have to go up a little bit because the next wave is still gonna be spawning from up here. They spawn. I think they spawn in a set position on this map. But for every wave you get closer to their spawn, you have to be further up, okay? So I move up again, because I just killed 5. You see the angle they're flying in now. the angle becomes less and less. And that's because it's really hard to tell, but there's like a red shade here. They won't spawn up in here. I think they spawn under this red shade. So basically, at this point, I'm almost touching it. So you need to just like ride along it. And once they start coming like from this angle, you can turn around. Okay, that was unnecessary. Alright, that's that stage. Okay, so I'm already setting up for a jump here. So I'm just doing full jumps. Somewhere along this path, you wanna do a small jump. That was my small, and the big jumps, big jump, big jumps. Because this is like the one-shot kill, like it kills you very fast. It doesn't one-shot you necessarily, but it gets you very fast. And we're gonna be using... I'm not really quite sure how to explain this. This isn't gonna be accurate, but you can almost think of it as Luke has iframes at the start of his jump, okay? This is gonna kill you. If you just jump straight into this is gonna kill you. If you are close to them when you jump, they're not gonna damage you. I think it has something to do with like Luke moving faster or moving too fast for like in the beginning of his animation for them to even register that he's going through them. Anyways, you wanna get really close. I jump all the way here, but you can just stop jumping here and just try and walk up to it, and then do a small jump here, small jump here, and a big jump here. We'll see. Big jump there, and then you can from here you can do just big jumps. Okay. This corner is kind of important to be kind of tight about. I think it's more important that you don't scroll the screen too far in this direction, because that will spawn an invisible barrier. I'm not sure exactly where it is. I think it might be here. But if you take this corner pretty tight, you're not gonna have an invisible barrier here. So just make sure to be tight on this corner. I just run forward a little bit. Okay, so wait, hold on. You saw that you can do this setup very easily. If you get a tight jump here, I was a bit too far away, but if you get like lined up with this wall, you can just do a big jump here, and you're in a good spot. I have to like adjust a little bit here. You don't really need this health. I just do it because we're gonna be running over a couple of these conveyors, and it's like a nice safety to have in case you accidentally jump into one of these, because they do a lot of damage. Another thing here with the scrolling, you're gonna jump to the left, but you wanna be facing, like you just wanna be holding down when you go down here, okay? Because there's gonna be an acrobat. There's an acrobat on the left of this. If you press right or left, if you press left, you're gonna load this acrobat and he can bully you quite a bit. So just try and make sure to have Luke looking in this direction, so that the acrobat doesn't load and you can just charge your jump into this ladder. Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. Try and not take damage by those cogwheels. Here, we're gonna skip a boss. Like I said, I'm doing a jump start here. You can just do a press start when you're here and diagonal up and fly into the ceiling. It's very important that you fly into the ceiling as quickly as possible. Otherwise, the boss is gonna spawn for you and you will get locked into the boss fight. So that's successful. Once you get past, you saw there's like a... Like once you get past this, you can just start flying down. Okay. So there's a... This is the shortest stage ever coming up. It's just a boss fight. So immediately, even in the cutscene, you want to be holding down an A here. So this is the boss. This is the position you want to be in vertically. If you are... Oh, let's see if I can load a little bit. I think you can, if you use him as a cue, this area is, I think, might be fine. Generally speaking, like this, you want to aim to be here. Otherwise, this boss is going to be flying like this, and it's going to be going like this. But if you stay in this vertical position, he's not going to move an inch vertically. He's going to be staying like this, okay? So if you get down to this position, you're set to go, okay? I'm just gonna look at the fight real brief here. So the idea here, this is the way I do it, okay? You don't want to let him fly off on the right side of you. So you can, if you look at my inputs, I'm gonna be pressing A sometimes just to accelerate, but I don't want to accelerate past him either. I want to stay behind him, but I don't want him to fly off. If he flies off, he's gonna take a lap around the map. So it's gonna cost you a bunch of time if you let him fly off. So I try to stay pretty close to him, generally speaking. I don't want to let him fly too far away. But like I said, you don't want to fly past him either. So he's gonna be turning around at some point. I'm gonna be flying off in this direction. When he does that, you don't want to accelerate either. You want him to catch up to you and fly in front of you, because that's when you damage him. So like you see, if you look at my input viewer, you see that I accelerate when he starts to, like, I feel like he's starting to move uncomfortably far away from me. I press A, just because that's the way you accelerate with this, okay? I think I cut in or edited in my mashing technique for this. So this is how I hold the controller when I do this fight. This works as well with a NES controller as it does a SNES controller. You don't have to do that mash though. Like you can just hold the controller like this. So you have A, you need to press sometimes, and then you can mash, like, you can shake the controller into your hand like with this, so that you're mashing A or B. That's one way. Or you could do like something like this. You can do whatever, but you can also do like this on a NES controller. So also that first fight was good RNG. I'm gonna show you how it looks when there's like a coin flip. He can spawn in front of you, and if you don't immediately see him behind you, turn around, okay? Because if he's not behind you, he's gonna be spawning over here. There's only two ways this boss fight starts. So what I'm looking at, I wanna be like right here. When my ship is here. So this is I use this pillar as a visual cue. But when you're here, you're in the correct vertical position, okay? This is the easiest way for me to, or for, I think, to see like if you're in the right position. And then you just do the exact same thing as you would if it was good RNG. You keep up with him, you mash, keep up with him, and it's done. It's the exact same thing, just the opposite direction. So that's that stage. Now we're into Cloud City 2. In my opinion, the hardest stage in the game. This stage is basically the floor is lava. So from here, you're gonna wanna be flying throughout almost the entire level, okay? If you switch to gun here, somehow it doesn't change anything, like the hitbox doesn't change, but it is easier to see. He changes pose a bit when you switch to pistol, so it's a little bit easier to see the corners and the hitbox, whatever. You wanna fly here. Once you get here, like, okay, you're gonna be accidentally grabbing this ladder. It's fine, but you have to menu an extra time, because if you accidentally grab this ladder, jump off, press start, and press or use the force fly again, or do it this fast. You can't be holding up when you're like in this area, because Luke is definitely gonna grab the ladder. So you have to be almost neutral when you fly in here. You can be holding it like right. Okay. And get a little boost there. Like I said, these hitboxes on these items are really janky. So it's really hard to pick them up without touching the floor. I think I'm gonna be failing here, yeah. That's fine, but it loses a little bit of time. So, okay, coming up here. There's a boss here. You have to, this is like in the Cloud City 1, you have to take this corner very tight. Otherwise there's gonna be an invisible barrier here. And you're gonna have to fight this boss to get past, or to like continue. So take this, be really careful here, but take this corner very tightly. I think the most important thing is to not scroll the screen. So as long as you press left at the right time, it should be okay. Because the camera scrolls by your inputs. That's why it looks kind of wonky sometimes. Okay. We're coming up on a, like, you have to, there's gonna be 2 of these guys. If you don't kill one of these guys, there's gonna be an invisible barrier over somewhere there. So you need to kill one of these guys. So the fastest way to do that is to use the Force Blaster. You just fly into this corner, press start, use the Force Blaster. I stood there and waited a little bit to make sure that both of them weren't coming in on the same time. Now I only see this guy. So I just start blasting, okay. Because sometimes they're gonna be switching position. You wanna keep track of like which one you've been shooting at. Because otherwise your force is gonna drain really fast here. And that's fine, now I'm past. There's a force here, you need this to finish this stage. From here on out, you're just gonna fly in the ceiling again. Otherwise you're gonna be spawning a boss. So you just fly past the boss, but you have to be at a certain height. I think I do this kind of risky. But as you see, you can accidentally like check into stuff. So yeah, I got past him. I didn't get locked. Alright, that's the Cloud City 2. Now into the Vader stage. Like in all the previous stages, you can just Either jump and press start, or just press start and use the force fly. When you get here, you see these blue pillars in the background. Or you can look at this. When you're past this, you use enable force saber. You wanna really be left of Vader. This is one of the 2 Vaders you're gonna need to fight. He can kill you extremely fast if you're on the right of him. For some reason, he is like he doesn't do anything basically when you're on the left of him. So when you get down here, you can just jump over him and get to the left of him. I kind of failed here. Try and get to the left of him. It's easier the further right you fall down, because then you can let him walk out a bit and then you can just do a jump in here. He was kind of weirdly positioned when I got down there. So yeah, and just up saber him basically. Here you need to use the force fly again, because yeah, you don't wanna go down there. Here, jump, pause a little bit so he walks towards you. Charge jump up here. Charge jump. Jump. If I were to charge and jump immediately here now, they would probably hit me. What you wanna do is, once they've thrown out their green stuff, you wanna jump. So when they're throwing it out, you wanna jump. So you'll see here. There. That's the easiest way to get past them. Here, force fly. Try and be as tight as you can here. Don't fly unnecessarily much. It will cost you later in the stage. Just try and be as tight as possible. Here's just gonna be a series of charge jumps. Charge jump here, charge jump there, charge jump there, charge jump up there. And continue that like there's only charge jumps. Here you really wanna, if you can, just try and press start at the height of your jump here. There's gonna be spikes over here, so you have to you can't jump high enough to get just past them by flying straight here. You have to do like a little bit wiggle so you gain some height first. This chain is like it's like the vine in Dagobah. It's really easy to accidentally grab this one. So sometimes if I see this chain be like this, I try and I wiggle a little bit so I can get on this side of it, because the hitbox is really big here. Here you wanna do a big jump from here. It's really imperative that you land on the left of this guy. He's gonna be here every time. There's no RNG about that. He's gonna be there. But if you accidentally fall down here or like on top of him, he can bully you into the corner and almost kill you. It's really hard to get out of his stun lock. So when you get down there, he's gonna push you. Basically, you don't have to walk down here. He's gonna be pushing you down here. So you just have to, when you get down here, you just have to hold down. Jump. Go grab the force right here. This spawn is super bad. This guy can bully you so hard. So you have to, if you see this spawn, you have to kill this guy. Otherwise, he's gonna he's gonna interrupt your jump, so you land in these spikes. Also, you have to be able to react, because sometimes there can be that guy can be here, and he will also bully you if you're like, you can do I think you can do the same thing that you did in the previous screen, that you wait until he throws his stuff and then jump. I'm not sure. I've never gotten this spawn, I don't think. But the alternative is also to like just fly from here, just enable force fly and fly over all of them. I just kill them because they're annoying. So I do force fly here. You don't have to wiggle it, it isn't any faster. Switch to force speed. Jump over this Vader. Jump over that gap. So this is the final fight. I have a couple of visual cues here. Or well, actually, mainly one actually. And it's this line right there. This one. Once you're in here, you just wanna start spamming start and select Force Saber, okay? Then after you just run here and you start pressing right saber. If he's pushing into you, you wanna be holding right, pressing right saber. Once he stands still, you wanna do up sabers. And if he starts pushing you again, press right, do right sabers. So that's all there is to it. Super easy. Time.